Namaste, welcome. Thank you for being here with me today. So we're going to start this class on a comfortable seat. I like to sit on my blanket. This way I can raise my hips a little bit so it opens up the hips a little bit more. So let your hands rest comfortably on top of your knees. And then just kind of roll your shoulders up and back just so that you can make sure the shoulders are soft. They're falling away from the ears. Close your eyes for just a moment. Let's just center in, ground it, become centered for a little bit, letting go of what happened before the class or what's going to happen after the class. Just notice your breath. Notice your natural inhalation and exhalations. It's always really lovely to begin with an observation rather than changing anything. So before we get into deepening the breath or forming or shaping the breath in any way, we want to just become observant of how the breath is in this morning or in this afternoon. And then at the same time, really notice if there's any sensations in the body, maybe hips or low back or shoulders, and just be okay with whatever is happening in this moment. If there's sounds outside or noises or dogs coming in and out, just being completely okay and present and fine with whatever is happening around you, within you. And then from that place of awareness, we can begin to lengthen our breath. So maybe take a nice deep breath into the nose and exhale out through an open mouth. Just find each exhalation grounding you a little bit more, relaxing you a little bit more. Let the inhales kind of enliven you and refresh you, receiving more energy, and your exhalations allow you to relax a little bit more. One more time, inhale through the nose. And exhale, and letting go of what doesn't serve you at this moment. And then gently blink your eyes open, lean back just a little bit, put your feet flat on the floor, and we're just going to sway and windshield wiper our knees side to side. This is a really good way of just kind of warming up the hips, especially if you've been sitting all day long in meetings one after another. Just let the knees go to one side and then to the other side. And next time your knees are over to the left, pause there. So dropping the knees over. Take your right ankle back behind you. Maybe if it's comfortable, bring it closer to your hip. Otherwise, you can just leave it out there. And notice if this is really difficult, you can always take your blanket and put your right knee on top of a blanket. That allows you to open up the hip a little bit more. Take your right hand to your right hip. Left hand next to your body. As you inhale, turn your torso to the left. Let that right hip come off the ground. And then as you exhale, lower the right hip back down. I'm going to move my blanket here. So again, inhale. Roll your chest back towards the back wall. Let your right hip come up. And as you exhale, turn your torso to the front. Let your right hip come down. And inhaling, turn, maybe your gaze can go to the back wall, and exhale and come into look straight ahead. And again, inhaling, turn, really let that right hip come up, and then exhale. And last one, inhale, turn, and then as you turn here, you can reach the right arm all the way up, stretch out that right side. You feel the nice stretch all the way through the right hip and the outside of that right leg. And then lower that right hip down, switch your knees over to the right so that left heel comes a little bit closer to your buttocks. If that's uncomfortable, make sure you support that knee however you need to. Your right hand next to your body, left hand on your hip. Take a nice deep breath in and roll. Oh, this should feel really good on your low back. And then exhale and lower the left hip down. So make sure that left hip lifts as you turn your torso to the right. And exhale and lower it down. And again, inhale, just move with your own breath. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Maybe your gaze goes over to the right shoulder. Exhale down. Let's just do 2 more times. Inhale, turn, twist your torso to the right, look towards the back wall, and exhale, lower that left hip down. And last one, inhaling, turn and twist, and then pause here. Reach the left arm all the way up and over, stretch it out, and exhale, come all the way back down. Lean back once again, put your feet flat on the floor. Now this time, we're just gonna drop the knees to the left, and then come back up to the center and drop your knees to the right. Feel okay if you need the support. So you can leave the hands down. If you want a little bit more core, you can pick up the hands off the ground and hover the hands up and just let your knees go to one side and then the other side. Notice you're gonna move on your mat, so that's okay. We can just move back as we need to. And again, inhaling, come back to the center, exhale, drop your knees over to the left, and inhale, come back to the center and drop your knees over to the right, and then come all the way back to the center, sit tall, bring the soles of your feet together, Baddha Konasana, grab your ankles, take a nice deep breath in, and then just kind of flutter your butterfly legs or wings all the way up and down, just shaking it out. And then as you exhale, bow forward. So here you can either stay here and just drop your head down, or you can use your elbows and just press your knees open slightly. Please make sure you're not forcing anything. We're just kind of letting the hips open up nice and slowly. Take one more deep breath in. This butterfly pose is one of my favorite poses. It really helps you stretch out the inner, outer thighs, low back. And then as you exhale, come all the way back up. Bring your knees together. And we're going to lie down on the left side. So I'm going to put my blanket to the side. We're going to lie down on the left side. Bend your knees so your knees are 90-degree angle. And then we're just going to do what's called a clamshell. We're going to lift that right knee up towards the sky and then lower the right knee down. So the inner edges of my feet are touching each other. They're not separating at all. Inhale, lift that right knee up, and exhale and down. You're really going to feel this on the outside of that right hip, and exhale and down. This really helps work those stabilizer muscles in the hips. Lift the right knee up and down. Let's do two more. Inhaling up and down. Last one. Inhale all the way up and down. And then this time bring the right knee towards your chest and extend the right leg straight in front of you. So my hip is in a 90-degree angle. My foot is pointing your direction. Your right hand can be on your hip. Turn your right toes up with the knee up and lift that leg straight up towards the sky, and then turn the toes down with the knee down and lower the leg down, maybe a foot away from the ground. Again, turn the leg up. Make sure you're turning the entire leg, so the head of the femur, the thigh bone, is turning in the hip socket. And then turn the leg all the way down. Try not to touch the floor. And then turn the leg up, lift the leg straight up towards the sky. If you can keep the leg straight, that'd be great. If you need to have a slight bend in the knee, that's perfectly fine too. Lift the right leg up. You just want to try and see if you can keep that leg perpendicular to your body. Lift the right leg up. I know you're feeling this because I'm already feeling it. It's such a simple move, but it really helps with those with the hips, hip mobility. One more time. Take it all the way up. Beautiful. And then this time, bring that right knee to your shoulder. Extend the right leg straight out to the side. Point the toe. And then we're just going to draw a circle. So imagine you have a Sharpie on that right big toe and you reaching the leg. You want to make that leg as long as possible. And then bring the right knee to your chest and then push the leg back. So imagine I have my hand on your heel and you're pushing my hand away. Bring the right knee to your chest. Maybe you can tap the floor in front of you and then press it diagonally back. And again, inhale. Bring the knee back, tap, and press that leg back. If you tend to get sciatic pain, this is a really good one to do regularly. And press that leg back. So you want to go diagonally with that leg, right knee touches in front of you, and then push back. I really like doing these functional mobility movements, if you will. These keeps our hips agile and mobile as we need to. Press that heel back. Let's do 3 more. And push it back behind you. 2 more. Bring it in, tap. Press it straight back behind you. Last one. And bring it in, tap. And push it all the way back. And then bring the right knee to your chest. Hug the knee in. You can grab your right ankle. Take that leg back behind you. Press the shin straight back. So sometimes we tend to lift the knee up. See if you can lower the knee down so that leg is parallel to the floor. Hold it here for just a moment. You're going to feel a nice stretch in the quadricep. And then release the leg down, and let's just switch to the other side. So we're on our right side. Bend the knee so that your hip is 90 degrees. Same thing with the knees, 90 degrees. Bring the inner edges of your feet together, and then you're just going to lift that left knee up towards the sky and lower it down. This clamshell movement is lovely. Lift the leg up and down, really good for the hips mobility. Press it up and down. If you were really energized and want to make it harder, you can even put your hand right there on top and press against your hand. So you're creating a little bit of attraction, but you don't even need to do that to feel this. And let's do 3 more. Lift it up and lower, lift it up and lower. Last one, lift up and lower. Beautiful. Bring the left knee to your chest. Extend the left straight in front of you. Flex the foot. And then same thing. So try and keep that leg perpendicular to your body. Turn the entire leg up. So the toes and the knee lift. And then you're going to lift that leg straight up towards the sky. And turn the toes and the knee down and lower the leg down so that it's about a foot off the ground. So you want to try not to touch the floor. Lift up and then down. Turn and lift. And then down. Try not to dump too much on that right shoulder. You can lift out of the shoulder, by the way. And lower down nice and slowly. If you notice, we're not rushing through this. We're not aiming to do 100 of this. We want to make them quality. So really in this one, quality counts more than quantity. Lift up and breathe. Exhale down. 2 more. Inhale up and exhale down. And last one, inhaling, lift all the way up and lower down. Beautiful. And then bring the knee to your chest. Now we're going to press it straight back behind us. Point the toe, reach it so that you're almost like you're drawing a target on the opposite wall. Now bring the left knee to your chest. Tap in front of you and then press it straight back. So imagine my hand is on your heel and you're pushing against my hand. Lower it down and tap and then press it straight back. Lower it down, tap in front of you and press straight back. And in and tap down and push back. Good. In and tap down and press back. If you have someone that you can work with at home, you can also have them just put their hand on your heel so you're pressing against their hand. And press back. Let's do 2 more. And push straight back, last one, and press it all the way back. And then bring that left knee to your chest, stretch it out real quick, and then grab your left ankle, take that shin towards the back wall. Try not to go up with that left knee. Take it towards the back wall as you stretch out the quadricep. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale. And then release. Let's go ahead and come up to tabletop pose on hands and knees. And we're gonna start with the left leg. So take the left leg back behind you, flex the foot, bend the knee. And we're gonna take that knee out to the side, bring the knee to your left shoulder and lower it down, and then all the way back up again. Left knee comes to your shoulder, lower it down, and lift up. So when you're lifting up, notice that we tend to arch our back, right? Can you maintain the core, pull the belly in, and try and not arch your back as much. Lift up, take that knee to your shoulder, lower it down and up. Let's do 2 more, and down and up, and last one, and down and up. Now we're gonna reverse it. So now you're gonna bring the knee in, bring it towards your chest, take it out to the side, and then back up. Down to the chest, out to the side, and back up. 3 more, nice and slowly. We want really conscious movements here. I don't care if we can do 500 of this. I just rather if we do 5 of them and really make them count. And last one, take it out. And then reach the left toes to the back wall. And we're just gonna do big circles. So take that leg all the way back, as far as you can. Imagine that you're drawing a big red target in the back wall. Turn that leg as much as you can. Keep the leg straight for 3, 2, 1, and then reverse it. Keep the core engaged. Don't create too much arch on your low back. Keep the leg reaching towards the back wall. And 3, 2, 1, and bring that left knee to your chest. You can step the left knee between your hands. Extend the right leg back behind you. Come into a pigeon prep pose. Lift the chest up, stretch out that left hip. Nice deep breath in. Make sure there is no pain in that left knee. We never want to tolerate any pain in our class, right? So no forcing the body doing anything that it doesn't want to do. And then back to your tabletop pose on all hands and knees. Extend the right leg back behind you. Bend that knee, flex the foot. And then we're going to take that right knee out to the right. Try not to lean over to the left too much. So keep the left knee, keep the weight equal on both hands. And then bring the right knee to your shoulder. Lower the right knee down and lift it back up. Right knee comes to your shoulder. Lower the knee down and lift it up. So our hips are a ball and socket joint. And you want to kind of move that femur bone or the thigh bone in the entire socket. Take it in, bring it down, and lift. Out to your shoulder, lower and up. Out to the shoulder, lower and lift up. 1 more time, and then we're going to reverse it. Down and up. Now bring it down first. Bring it towards your chest. Out to the shoulder, and then back up. Knee down to your chest, out and back up. Down to the shoulder, chest, out and back up. Keep that core engaged so you're not creating too much arch on your low back. And up. 2 more. Down to your chest, out and up. Last one. Down to your chest, out, and take it all the way up. Beautiful. Now extend the leg back. Pull the belly in. And then you're going to do those big, giant circles all the way around. Draw that big target in the back. Reach the toes as if your big toe can actually touch the back wall. For 3, 2, and 1. And then switch the other direction. Take it all the way around, out. I am totally feeling this in my leg and my hip. And keep the arms straight for 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Bring the right knee to your chest. Extend the left leg back in your pigeon prep. Sit here for just a moment. Lift the chest up. Such simple movements, but they are very, very effective. And then go ahead and Have a seat again. Bring the soles of your feet together. Baddha Konasana once again. This time bring the heels a little bit closer to your groin if you can. Inhale, lift the chest up. Now this time, instead of rounding the back, I'm going to ask you to see if you can bring your belly button towards your heels. Doesn't have to touch, but it's just kind of our aim. Bringing the belly button closer to the heels. And then you can use the elbows once again to open up the knees out to the side. Nice deep breath here. Exhale it out. And then sit tall again. And if you are using a blanket, go ahead and sit on your blanket once again. I'm going to give you different options for this next movement. So either crossing the ankles in front, and then you're just going to bring your hands in front, or some of you may be able to bring your elbows in front. It's a great stretch for your hips. If that's easy for you, you can take the right ankle on top of the left knee. This is called Agni Stambhasana or fire log pose. And some people hate it. I happen to like it. You want your shins to be parallel to each other. So you want to try and get the shins as stacked as possible. This is Shanti, by the way, my little buddy. And then just bring your hands in front. You can bring the elbows down if that's available to you. It's a really deep stretch, so go face by face. If you go here and you feel like, oh, you're feeling it in your knees, just sit cross-legged. That's a better option. And if you're more flexible, you can bring the elbows down, drop the head down for just a moment. So you want to try and keep the feet flexed here. That'll protect the knees. And send some nice deep breaths into those hips. Exhale it out. Take one more deep breath in and exhale. Sometimes the pain we may feel in our lower back, it's actually generated from the hips. So it's really good to keep the hips nice and flexible. Switch sides, so whichever ankle you had in front, go ahead and put it in the back. You can sit cross-legged, or if you want to try on this side, you can take that left ankle on top of the right knee. Flex both feet, and again, just go side by side, phase by phase, really slowly. So we sit here first for a moment, and if your knee is way up off top, that's okay too. You can always take a block and put it in between the knees. That comes in handy as well. And some of you may be able to bring your elbows on top of your shins, or maybe hands in front of your body, or maybe the elbows can come all the way down. Wherever you are, stay with your breath. Send some nice deep breaths into those hips. We tend to collect a lot of tension in the hips. So be very gentle and kind to your hips, and even gentle and kind in our narrative about our hips, right? So we want to speak well of our hips and legs. I know that's a weird thing to say, but in my years of teaching and practice, I've noticed that we tend to be really harsh on ourselves, on our bodies. So really be gentle and kind, appreciating and loving your hips exactly the way you are, for the fact that they carry us, it carries us through the day, through our lives. Go ahead and lift your torso up. Put your feet flat on the floor, legs separate from each other, and then just gently drop in between the thighs and drop the head down. Again, another really good way to stretch out the hips. If this is really easy for you, you can come into what's called Malasana, which is a basic squat. So you want to, in Malasana, you want to either sit on a block like this, or if you're very flexible and you don't need the block, but your heels can touch the floor, you can just come into garland pose, Malasana, yogic squat. So whatever is working for you, either hips all the way down, you're just dropping the torso in between, or you're in Malasana garland pose, and you can bring your hands to your heart and let your thumbs come to your sternum. And if you are in Malasana, I'll turn around this way so you can see me better. If you are in Malasana, try and take the roundness out of the back. So a lot of times we get round just to get a little bit lower. I'd rather you sit taller and maybe sit on a block and or place your heels on a blanket. And then you lift the chest up and you hold here for a moment. Nice deep breaths into the hips. This is wonderful. It's creating intentional compression in the hips. Stretch out the Achilles tendon. It stretches out the calf muscles. Creates an intentional compression in the knees. So really overall great pose. Nice deep breath here, and then as you exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Gently lift your hips off the ground. Heel to your feet a little bit closer to each other. Drop the head down into Uttanasana. Here you can just sway your torso side to side. Drop the head down completely. Your head weighs so heavy. Just let go of any tension that you may have collected throughout the day or even throughout this class. Take one more deep breath in, and then gently lower the hips back down, and we're gonna come down on our backs. So please go ahead and lie down on your back. Bring the knees to your chest, grab outside edges of your feet into happy baby pose. Another really good way to practice, this is essentially a squat, but you're on your back. So grab outside edges of your feet. You can rock your happy baby side to side here. If you really want to, you can also straighten one leg and bend the other knee, or just hold still. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale it out. Massage your low back. And then gently bring the soles of your feet together and let the outside edges of your feet come all the way down to the floor into Supta Baddha Konasana, supine butterfly pose. So let your knees go wide. Bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Close your eyes here for a moment, stretching out all those muscles that we worked today in our class. Take a nice deep breath into your belly. Continue your breath so you fill up your chest. And then exhale, empty the belly and empty the chest. And two more times, inhale into the belly and the chest. Exhale, empty the belly and empty the chest. And last one, inhale. And exhale it out. And then as you're ready, stretch your legs out. We're ready for our final pose, Shavasana. So let your legs be comfortable distance apart from each other. Let your arms rest comfortably next to your body. Palms are open, or you can keep your hands on your heart or belly. And close your eyes for a moment. And everyone, I really recommend that you do Shavasana no matter what, even if it's for 1 minute. It really helps reset the body. It helps the mind consolidate what happened and integrate what happened. It's kind of like rebooting your system. So just pause here for a moment. I'm going to be quiet for just a moment so you can really settle in. Notice your breath. And feel any sensations in your hips. You may feel like flow of energy or tingling in the hips. If you have more time and you like to stay here, please feel free to do so. If you're ready to continue on with the rest of your day, bring one knee to your chest and then the other knee to your chest and rock a little bit side to side on your back. And as you're ready, roll over to one side, rest for just a moment, pause. You can rest your head on your bicep if that feels good. And then gently press yourself all the way up to a comfortable seat. Sit tall again, just like we did at the beginning of the class. If it feels right for you, bring your hands to your heart center and bow down to yourself for creating this time and space to take care of yourself. What a beautiful gift to be able to give to yourself. And I appreciate all of you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Thank you so much. Namaste.